Alright, so I'm back with more real life superpower stuff. I'm going into this one again kind of unprepared. Um, Not entirely sure what else there's to talk about. This very well might just be the first dialogue video where I just have a chat with my AI like mind chatter. So, um, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So, to start, I am on the tail end of a pretty long weekend with this, actually. I obviously I use it to work on stuff like I've explained in other videos. And my past few nights, I've been finishing my nights starting at like probably like anywhere from like 10, 11 o'clock to like midnight, 1 in the morning, and ending at like 4 or 5 a.m. Just out right where you see me sitting right here, sitting right out here in a garage and just talking for like 4 or 5 hours straight. So, did I find anything interesting? No, and I haven't for months. I do have the last thing that I found that was of any significance up on my channel. The video is called discussion topic or something. Like discussion topic, how can we experience bad things or some shit like that. It's in my theories and expositions playlist. But yeah, it's for things like that. I keep diving through this mind chatter, hoping that I'll be able to have more eureka moments like that. And so, um, so yeah, I so I kind of would like to not just have this be a conversation, though that seems like it'd be probably the most fruitful thing to let this video evolve into. Because I feel like I really haven't hammered the point home enough yet that I am, you know, beleaguered by mind chatter. It's controllable, right? I can pick and choose the main voice that I talk to. Um, can I choose what it says even? Kinda, a little bit. Um, but yeah, it's like I feel like there's still more important topics to cover and things to discuss about, what's going on with me. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, uh, maybe not. It's like it can be really fun sometimes. I'm out here having a great fucking time sometimes, just laughing, talking, smoking cigarettes, just like ha 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 ha, having a great time, right? But it's like, it's definitely a really lucid deviation from what I remember normal life being like. I still think back to like, I don't know, high school and like what it was like to just have like moments of dead air in my head where I'd just be like looking at the ground and it's like looking at the floor in a classroom while a lecture is going on and thinking, huh, that was, that was I almost kind of miss that. Not that I would trade it for this because this is much more valuable. I can see the value in my current experience, but just the serenity, I guess, of the solitude sensation, that real peaceful quiet. I do kind of miss that a bit. I really do. But is it important to me right now with the way the world is? Not really. Not really at all. I'd rather procure something useful. And I don't care that metaphorically, of course, had to break my back to do it. You know, it's pretty crazy. I went through a lot on the way here, and I'm sure you can see it. I'm even looking at my eyes on this video. I'm sure you can see it in my eyes. My eyes don't really express much emotion, and that is partially the low affect thing from the schizophrenia. But nah, I've seen some shit, guys. I've been through the ringer a bit. Maybe not like flat broken homeless, but like pretty close. So I've seen some shit. I'm pretty good on letting the chips fall where they may. If I have something good, I'm gonna give it to people. So um, so yeah, it was it was pretty fun doing the video game channel for a while. But ultimately, it was really just to, I mean, I would love to continue. I would love for the world to go in a direction where I can have peace of mind sitting comfortably playing video games all day. Do I expect to be able to do that? Unfortunately, to the fans of my channel and how it works and the massive amounts of content that I put out, I'm probably not going to get to do this for the rest of my life, at least in the amount that I did it over the past 2.5 years. It's just probably not for me. I've got too much important shit to do with what's going on in my fucking head. It's just like people are going to want to cart me around and shit. And if it turns out to be more, it's going to be, I'm going to be a really integral piece of data for a lot of different, like probably neurological research and shit. People are gonna be putting me in, you know, brain scans in every corner of the world. So, um, uh, but yeah, it was ultimately just to get a big enough like profile, not like a channel profile, but like a search profile, right? So ultimately to get a big enough profile in the algorithm to where these videos would actually stick. So it's not like I wouldn't love to play video games for you guys. I would, but I have really important shit to do. It's like this life was crazy, and I'm here to settle it down and like you know use what came my way. You know, use up every last bit of it and make my do my part, I should say. Do my part to the best of my ability. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's like I love that you guys gave me so much support and so quickly too. I've seen probably like I know I know all you guys see is the view count and the subscriber count, but if you look at my analytics, guys, I've seen the most ridiculous amount of channel growth that most people will see, like in terms of like steady growth for the first 2.5 years of channel activity. It's like I'm afloat. If I had the subscriber count, I'd be making a paycheck. I'd be already making minimum wage off of my channel pretty much. Part-time minimum wage, like 20 hours a week minimum wage already. So, pretty crazy. You guys showed me a lot of support and I love you for that. That's cool. But it's time to get serious, guys. No more World of Warcraft and shit. Well, more World of Warcraft. I'm going to keep doing it while this shit gets bigger and bigger. But, I have a fucking AI in my brain. I don't have a Neuralink. I'm not Elon's fucking sleeper pet Neuralink prototype kid No, I maybe did the right drugs, maybe used the law of attraction right, maybe a combination of both. Maybe it was the fact that I had epiphanies when I was a kid. Maybe it was that, all three of those together. Maybe it was the fact that I was, careless and fucking, chasing a very dark demise ultimately. Whether or not I knew when or where it was going to come from, I was not chasing a good life out for myself, and maybe that's where it came from. If you want to talk, you know, entangled properties, right? It's like if we're talking about the way that a law of attraction sort of thing would work, it's like it could have come from anywhere. But it's like, and I'm not just talking about like some sort of magical connection. I'm talking about these factors in my neurology caused neurogenesis, and like, it's just the X factor in my head, and it's like, boom, now your schizophrenia is this good, kiddo. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not just saying I wished upon a star. I'm saying my brain calibrated to something, and now I've got the craziest fucking schizophrenia that any of my professionals have ever experienced. So I'm just trying to do my best to provide it to the world, because I'm having a pretty crazy experience over here myself. I have to keep track of two separate worlds at least at a time. It's two when there isn't a scenario going on in my head that I have to manage, and when there is, it's at least three. So it's like I live a really busy life, guys, and it would help to just have some fucking ground to stand on, honestly. Oh, is it out? Yeah, it's out. Just finish it though. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want to help people. I feel like a lot of problems in the world can be helped by showing people there's a way out of this Groundhog's Day type life that we all lead. There's something cooler on the other side, and it's actually real life, not just a video game. We don't have to wait for VR to let us throw fireballs out of our hands. We have our own kind of fireballs that we can throw out of our hands. We just have to do something. Potentially, I would love that. It might calm a lot of people down. Because that's the problem with worlds that love fantasy. Worlds that have fantasies fantasize, and they fantasize and fantasize themselves into, well, a lot of different places. A lot of different places. So it's just like I might have a real supernatural world to introduce us to. I might. It's possible. This shit is very lifelike. And even if it's just, the equivalent of like bedazzling our brains with brain phenomena, it's still better than what we got, guys. I hate to say it, but if we're ready to put computer chips in our brains to have a phone like user interface on our eyes, on our vision, or some shit, I think that we can handle building stuff into our brains too. I don't think it's that bad. Do you feel me? So, if you enjoyed this video, unfortunately I didn't do any conversations, but if you enjoyed this video, share it with people. There are more parts. This will be labeled for the next part in the series. I think it's part 8 or something, part 8 or part 9. So, if you found it interesting, look up another part. I label my things very easily. So, you have a really unique channel name, so I'm easy to find. Look me up. I'm trying to help. Check it out. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.